1939, he and a guy named Ray Whitley wrote this, and this is a number 5 song of the top 100 country songs of all time. Now, the interesting thing about Ray Whitley is that he was also a huge country star in his own right, and he worked with Gibson Guitars to develop a product called the SJ200, which is the Super Jumbo 200, and it has a mustache bridge. I happen to have one. And so he went down in history as a guitar designer. So Ray Whitley is, I believe, also Keith Whitley's father. So, who was, yes, I think so. I think so. I could be wrong on that. If not, by the way, happy Father's Day tomorrow for everybody that might be one. And also, it is Flag Day, so, you know, I forgot to put that in the set, Grand Old Flag. But be that as it may, here we go. So, this song we're going to repeat. You go to the second page, we're going to repeat the bridge after the second verse, which ironically looks identical to the first verse. But we'll repeat the bridge, and then we'll do the intro, or the musical outro, which is the same thing as what's on the top of the second page. So here we go. Do 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 do. I'm back in the saddle again, out where a friend is a friend, where the longhorn cattle feed on the lonely gypsum weed. Back in the saddle again, riding the range once more, toting my old 44, where you sleep out every night and the only long is right. Back in the saddle again, whoopee-tie-I-O, rocking to and fro. Back in the saddle again, whoopee-tie-I-A, I go my way. Back in the saddle again. A friend, where the longhorn cattle feed on the lonely gypsum weed. Back in the saddle again, riding the range once more, toting my old 44, where you sleep out every night and the only law is right. Back in the saddle again, whoopee-tie-I-O, rocking to and fro. Back in the saddle again. I-I-A, I go on my way. Back in the saddle again. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Everybody sounds good? You need a, yep, okay, move, yep. Now, normally we do them twice, but I don't know, do we need to do that one twice? Probably not. All right, we'll move on to the next one, Bottle of Wine. Now, this was an interesting song because I actually dated this beautiful girl in high school for one date. Well, now don't be laughing. I actually had a good look at you guys. I used to be handsome and beautiful and all that kind of stuff, but not anymore apparently. But the weird part was that I took her out to a movie and went to Big Boy restaurant, and I was playing in a rock and roll band at the time, and so we sat down in one of the booths, and it had an old-fashioned jukebox flip thing where you could tell what music it was and what you wanted to play. And I said, pick a song. And being the elitist that I am, she picked this song. And I refused to date her afterwards. I am so shallow. I'm so embarrassed. She played this song, and I'm like, of all the songs on that whole jukebox, this is the one. Anyway, in spite of that, and I want to say sorry, Sarah, who went on to be an actress and in many Hollywood productions, I might add, to my regret. But anyway, I was so shallow, I couldn't take it. So I'd just take her home, get her out of my car. You're playing this kind of music, it's just awful. It's so bad. It's so bad. I feel so bad about this. Anyway, this one was written.
Was it your dime?
It was my dime because I'm that kind of guy. I was buying dinner and everything. I was doing everything. I was doing great, and then all of a sudden she picks a bottle of wine. I'm like, anything, animals, or this is 1968, so it could have been anybody. But anyway,
Who wrote this song?
Tom Paxton. Tom Paxton wrote. I was just going to say Tom Paxton. Anyway, it also went up to number 9, so apparently I'm not the only one, or I am the only one that didn't like the song because it sold lots and lots of records. But here we go. Now I cut out, normally again, these are charted so that you can play along with the music at home, like on the videos. Now I cut out the redundant part, so we go straight from the chorus to the second verse. I cut out the instrumental part on it because it was nothing. Anyway, here we go. So it starts boom, 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 boom. Just being funny, eh? Bottle of wine, fruit of the vine. When you gonna let me get sober? Leave me alone. Let me go home. Let me go home and start over. Rambling around this dirty old town, singing for nickels and dimes. Times get rough, I ain't got enough to buy me a bottle of wine. Boom, boom, boom. Bottle of wine, fruit of the vine. When you gonna let me get over? Leave me alone, let me go home. Let me go home and start over. Pain in my head, bugs in my bed, my pants are so old that they shine. Out on the street, I tell the people I meet to buy me a bottle of wine. Bottle of wine, fruit of the vine. When you gonna let me get sober? Leave me alone, let me go home. Let me go home and start over. Bottle of wine, fruit of the vine. When you gonna let me get sober? Leave me alone, let me go home. Let me go home and start over. One more. Bottle of wine, fruit of the vine. When you gonna let me get sober? Leave me alone, let me go home. Let me go home and start over. Let me go home and start over. Let me go home and start over. Now you see how shallow I was. Now I'm playing this song. I'm so embarrassed, really. I am. I can't take it. All right, let's do that one more time since it's fast. You want to do that one more time? All right, let's do it. Let's get some of these easy songs out of the way. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bottle of wine, fruit of the vine. When you gonna let me get sober? Leave me alone, let me go home. Let me go home and start over. Rambling around this dirty old town, singing for nickels and dimes. Time times get tough, I ain't got enough to buy me a bottle of wine. Boom, boom, boom. Bottle of wine, fruit of the vine. When you gonna let me get sober? Leave me alone, let me go home. Let me go home and start over. Pain in my head, bugs in my bed. My pants are so old that they shine. Out on the street, I tell the people I meet to buy me a bottle of wine. Boom, boom, boom. Bottle of wine, fruit of the vine. When you gonna let me get sober? Leave me alone, let me get home. Let me go home and start over. Bottle of wine, fruit of the vine. When you gonna let me get sober? Leave me alone, let me go home. Let me go home and start over. Let me go home and start over. Let me go home and start over. Yeah. That's, I guess it is a fun song, but, on a date it was just terrible. Anyway, next one is Daydream Believer. This was written by a guy who was in the Kingston Trio. In 1967, this was the #1 hit. John Stewart, who was one of the members of the Kingston Trio, wrote this. Surprisingly, they didn't bother to record it, but they gave it over to the Monkees, and this was the third and last #1 song for the Monkees. So after this one, that was it. It was over. No more #1 songs for them. But however, Anne Murray in 1979 brought it back and took it to #3. So the song is a great little song. Now, for some reason on the second page where it says repeat and fade, end on D. It is not end on D, it's end on G. End on G. So I'll remind you when we get there. But very pretty little song. Now, we have some quick changes. At the end of the first one, it's okay. Okay, that's how that goes. You can also do it. You can. So that's that you can get away with it that way too. But it's a quick changes. Here we go. One more time. I could hide neath the wings of the bluebird as she sings. The 6 o'clock alarm would never ring, but it rings and I rise, wipe the sleep out of my eyes. My shaving razor's cold and hissing. Cheer up, sleepy Jean, oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen? You once thought of me as a white knight on his steed. Now you know how happy I can be. Oh, and our good times start and end without $1 to spend. But how much, baby, do we really need? Cheer up, sleepy Jean, oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen? Cheer up, sleepy Jean. a little high. Davy Jones was a little, he was a lot younger, a lot shorter, and a lot, anyway. But yes, he's a lot cute. We've already established that. I mean, you guys already established that.
He wouldn't have kicked a girl out of the
For playing bottle of the wine, he might have. It was. He was. Yeah. He was almost like a movie star TV kind of guy, almost. Anyway, yes, he was. I liked Davy.
Actually, before he was a monkey.
He was.
He was a Broadway star,
Yeah.
too. He was an Oliver.
Yes, he was. And we played one of the Oliver one of the songs from Oliver last year. And yes, he did. He played, I think, Artful Dodger on Broadway.
And the cast of Oliver was on the Ed Sullivan Show the same night the Beatles were debuted on the Ed.
How about that? Now, the most amazing part, of course, is, as you're all aware, the Monkees were not a real band. They were a fabrication of a guy named Doug Kirchner, who designed that whole band and everything, put it all together for the TV show. And then later on, they all learned how to play instruments, and then they got rebellious and decided to go off on their own. Let's do that one again. You want to do that one? Everybody want to do that one again? All right, here we go. One, I might not try to hit that E, Gene, but I'll do what I can. Here we go. Could hide neath the wings of a bluebird as she sings. The 6 o'clock alarm would never ring, but it rings and I rise, wipe the sleep out of my eyes. My shaving razor's cold and it stings. Sleepy Jean, oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen? You once thought of me as a white knight on a steed. Now you know how happy I can be. And our good times start and end without $1 to spend. But how much, baby, do we really need? Cheer up, Sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen? Cheer up, Sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen? Cheer up, Sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen? Cheer up, Sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen? Oh, Tarzan at the end. Repeat, Dave. Repeat. Oh my God, repeat and fade. Oh my God. Well, we did. That was the second time through, so that was repeated. Thank you. I bet you didn't think you'd be seeing or hearing a Tarzan call. And I didn't think I'd do it, but I had no other way to cover for as horrible things I was doing to that song. Anyway, let's go on to the next one. New Christy Minstrels. This is another classic of the folk era. Interesting members of this band were Barry McGuire was in this band. So was Gene Clark, who eventually went to become part of the Eagles. So they were quite an influential band for a period of time. Now, when I say arpeggio on C, that means it just opens the song. Now, this is our 3/4 time song of the day, which means 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And it's hard to play this song fast, but I'll probably play it faster than it should be played. But anyway, it's a beautiful song. How many of you know this? How many of you guys actually go to? It's a great song. Okay, you will love this. You will love this song at the end of the song.
Please look ahead. There are 3 key changes, actually 2 key changes. You play in 3 different keys. So note where those key changes are.
Yes. There are a couple of little snickers in this song, but it's generally easy. They're on the second page. Yes, we start in F and we end in G, and this time legitimate G. So yes, take a look at them, but they're not terrible. We go F, F sharp, and then we go G. But because of the repetitive nature of the song, you'll understand why they do that. They do key changes in order to tickle your ear to make sure that you keep interest in the song so you don't lose interest. So, all right, here we go. Oh, that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Again. Today, while the blossoms still cling to the vine, I'll taste your strawberry, I'll drink your sweet wine. A million tomorrows shall all pass away, ere I forget all the joy that is mine. Hold it today. I'll be a dandy and I'll be a rover. You'll know who I am by the song that I sing. I'll feast at your table, I'll sweep in your clover. Who cares what tomorrow shall bring? Today, while the blossom still cling to the vine, I'll taste your strawberries, I'll drink your sweet wine. I can't be contented with yesterday's glories. I can't live on promises, winter to spring. Today is my moment and now is my story. I'll laugh and I'll cry and I'll sing. Today, while the blossoms still cling to the vine, I'll taste your strawberries, I'll drink your sweet wine. A million tomorrows shall all pass away, ere I forget all the joy that is mine. Hold it today. Gorgeous song, isn't it? Isn't it a pretty little song? Let's do that one again. Yes, there was a change. Now, I paused it there, and going into when we changed to the F sharp to make it easier for you if you're turning a page or something like that. But, all right, here we go. What's that?
I totally could not read it.
You totally could not read it?
I'm like,
We're having a problem with our bass player.
I'm not even
This is you know, I got for all you at home. Remarkably, Steve, who is our wonderful bass player, and I do not do a damn bit of rehearsing. Correct? We don't do any rehearsing of these sets, do we?
rehearse it.
We've never rehearsed any of these.
I did, however, go over this stuff last night.
Oh.
And this morning while I was making myself breakfast and eating breakfast, I had the remote with the voice control on it, telling YouTube in to play, hey, play today, New Christie Minstrel.
You know, I love the way he waited until the last second, like a high school kid. Oh, I got an exam today. But anyway, he at least.
It works best that
But-
way, and I worked on this stuff last night.
But last night he worked on it for almost 20 minutes. I mean, he's.
I've worked on this for a couple
No,
of
we actually.
circles and
He makes circles and arrows and all that. I mean, this is a very nice thing. I thought he was kissing the page, but anyway, it's the reason why I make these so that again I have a hard time singing some of them, but at the end of the day, it's in order that you can play along with such videos and be able to rehearse on your own. Right, Steve? There we go. But anyway, we don't. But it's amazing how good he is because he actually can follow most of my screw-ups. He does a great job. And he's a member of the famous band, the Ukulele Kings. Ukulele Kings. So anyway, so if you have a chance to see them at some point in time, do so. Here we go. Today, while the blossoms still cling to the vine, I'll taste your strawberries, I'll drink your sweet wine. A million tomorrows shall all pass away, ere I forget all the joy that is mine today. I'll be a dandy and I'll be a rover. You'll know who I am by the song that I sing. I'll feast at your table, I'll sleep in your clover. Who cares what tomorrow shall bring? Today, while the blossoms still cling to the vine, I'll taste your strawberries, I'll drink your sweet wine. I can't be contented with yesterday's glories. I can't live on promises, winter to spring. Today is my moment, and now is my story. I'll laugh and I'll cry and I'll sing. Today, while the blossoms still cling to the vine, I'll taste your strawberry, I'll drink your sweet wine. A million tomorrows shall all pass away, ere I forget all the joy that is mine today. That's a beautiful song. Anyway, that went to number 4 in 1964, and it went to I think 17 on the top of the top 100. So that was adult contemporary. Okay, let's move on to Love's been a little bit hard on me. And this is Juice Newton, and I got another couple of songs of hers to bring to you this summer. But this, I want to tell you, when we get into the second page, under the instrumental, it's like 7 times. We're not going to do 7 times. We're gonna basically jump that instrumental line, even though that's what's in the that's where they're doing the instrumental break. We're not going to do that. We're going to do it basically 4 times, because it's the thing is, what do we got here? So it's. I got nothing to be ashamed of. Love's been a little bit hard on me. If I shy away, it's only because love's been a little bit hard on me. Love's been a little can remember when it meant so much. Love's been a little bit hard on me. I shy away at the slightest touch. Love's been a little bit hard on me. Love's been a little, oh you know it's been a little. Love's been a little bit hard on me. Love's been a little, just been a little. Love's been a little bit hard on me. Come out to the hopeless romance inside. Shout it's alright to say so dark and so close to the night. I'll be back when I calm my fears. Love's been a little bit hard on me, and I'll see you around in 1,000 years. Love's been a little bit hard on me. Love's been a little, you know, it's just been a little. Love's been a little bit hard on me. Love's been a little, you know, it's just been a little. Love's been a little bit hard on me. I think I missed a, excuse me, I missed a page. Boom. Oh, let's start that one again. Yeah, what we do is we go back to the bridge. I skipped the bridge. Okay, I didn't miss a page.
What you need, Dave,
I need
a
it.
pink marker. This is
The
why I
damn
don't
pink
use-
marker.
This is why I don't use the iPad.
And
because that print gets off.
I am using the iPad. I got away from the old printed page, and I'm once again. How many times can a guy say I'm so embarrassed in this set? Okay, we're going to do that again because yes, I went right past the bridge, repeat bridge, which is the best part of the song. The best part of the song. I like that part best.
So just to keep this in perspective,
I've only been doing this 15 years, so one of these days I'll get it right.
and the first, I had never heard this song before either.
Last night.
I heard it last night, but it's basically that ADEA in Summertime Blues.
Yeah,
If you all remember
Yeah.
Summertime Blues,
that's fine.
That's why you're listening to this and you think,
No.
I've heard this.
Now, this song, for you never hearing it before, in 1982 was a number 7 on the regular charts. This is not a country chart. She eventually moved over to country, but she was number 7 on the regular charts. And not only that, but she was nominated for the Best Female Vocalist Grammy Award that year. And where were you? Probably listening to Bottle of Wine.
I was working at Elderly Instruments and listening to fiddle.
Oh, well, in that case, all right. He's got a good excuse. Anyway, so again, the deal is, they're all that intro is one, and then the second time through. All right, here we go. I got nothing to be ashamed of except the way I'm handling this. Oh, because love's been a little bit hard on me. Love's been a little, oh, love's been a little bit hard on me. Love's been a little, you know, it's just been a little. Love's been a little bit hard on me. I can't remember when it meant so much. Love's been a little bit hard on me. How I shy at the slightest touch. Love's been a little bit hard on me. Love's been a little, yo, you know it's been a little. Love's been a little bit hard on me. Love's been a little, but just been a little. Love's been a little bit hard on me. Come out to the hopeless romance inside. Shout it's alright to stay the dark so close to the light. hopeless romance inside. Shout, it's alright, to stay so dark, so close to the light. I'll be back when I calm my fears. Love's been a little bit hard on me. I'll see you around in 1,000 years. Love's been a little bit hard on me. Love's been a little, no, it's just been a little. Love's been a little bit hard on me. Love's been a little, you know, it's just been a little. Love's been a little bit hard on me. There. Now that's a good song, right? How many people really did not know that song before today? It's a good song. It's powerful. Now, if you go watch her video, it's a complete. She ends up in a hospital. She's at the end with a cast on her leg. I mean, it turns it into a comedy.
So, I saw that band, Juice Newton.
Yeah.
For the first time, they opened for Loggington Messina at Jefferson Fieldhouse.
Wow.
And they were totally unannounced, and they got booed really bad.
As bad as I've been getting today?
But they got worse. Imagine that. But actually, they redeemed themselves because they did a really good set.
Yeah.
And they got applause by the end.
Well, she was country. She sort of waffled back and forth. That one went on the regular pop charts, but she's known for Angel of the Morning, which I've got charted, but I'm not sure if I did her version or Mary Lou Rush. But that will be coming in future meetings. But it's a great song. Now, speaking of great songs, this one is from Burt Bacharach. Move on to Blue on Blue. Burt Bacharach and Hal David wrote this song for Bobby Vinton. And in 1963, it was 13 weeks on the chart. It peaked at number 3 on the regular chart and number 2 on the middle of the road, which was the adult, now is considered adult contemporary, but middle of the road chart. But so it was a huge song for Bobby Vinton. And then he went on to record a blue album, which had Blue Velvet on it, which we did a couple of years ago. And so he wrote an entire album, and all the songs were themed to be blue. But this is the number 1 song on it.
Is everybody set on that bar chord, E flat 6 and
Yep.
E6? Because there's a key change in here too.
Yes, there is a key
And
change.
in little tiny numbers there for the E6, that's at the 4th fret.
Yeah.
So you bar across on the 4th fret.
You could tell he studied last night for at least maybe an hour now, I'm thinking. But
I never heard this song before either, Dave.
oh my God. Wait. Well, in 63, you were probably just still a filthy thought in your father's mind. But
63,
yeah, you were baby.
I was
Such
waiting for the Beatles to
waiting for the
come on.
Beatles to emerge. Well, anyway, Bobby Vinton was very big, and he's the Polish. I can't remember what do you call himself? Polish Prince. The Polish Prince, Bobby Vinton. Anyway, he was a monstrous chart topper during that period of time. And of course, Hal David and Burt Bacharach. You can't have a better bluesy kind of combo. Not bluesy, but what great writers they are. But Steve is absolutely right. Where you'll see that E6 is on the second to last line above meet. That little thing on the side of it is a 4. Now, is he telling you jokes that I'm not telling you? Come on. Here we go. So you'll feel it.
Tricky timing. Tricky.
What's that?
Going from that B to the G sharp minor.
B to the G sharp minor. Where?
On the left bottom line.
Oh, yeah.
I just say hold the B flat, just add your little finger.
Well, you can do that, yes. Doc,
It's easier than the
on the lonely night, you don't have to, I do it. But Doc is saying on the B flat, just put your little finger down there. And you can get it easy. I will, however, be doing it the other way because I practiced it that way. more than just last night, I might add. Here we go. Blue. Should we just jump right into this one? Blue on blue, heartache on heartache, blue on blue, now that we are through. Blue on blue, heartache on heartache, and I find I can't get over losing you. I walk along the street we used to walk, 2 by 2 lovers pass, and as they're passing by, I could die, 'cause you're not here with me. Now the trees are bare, there's sadness in the air, and I'm as blue as I can be. Blue on blue, heartache on heartache, blue on blue, now that we are through. Blue on blue, heartache on heartache, and I find I can't get over losing you. Night after lonely night, we meet and dream as I run to your side. You wave with open arms that now are close to me. Through a veil of tears, your vision disappears, and I'm as blue as I can be. Blue on blue, heartache on heartache, blue on blue, now that we are through. Blue on blue, heartache on heartache, and I find I can't get over losing you. Blue on blue, heartache on heartache, blue on blue, now that we are through. Blue on blue, heartache on heartache, and I find I can't get over losing you. Okay, how many people had a hard time with some of those chords? Yay! Okay,
After the key change, wasn't it?
after the key change, you're just doing the same chords, one step higher, one little fret, one little fret. All right, let's do that one again. It's a great song, and again, use your, and then you'll go from there to the, there's a C sharp and a C minor and a C sharp minor, and you're barring that chord before it. Just drop it in. Just drop your ring finger in. The other one that's a little bit difficult and unusual is the where is it here? It's on the second page. Is that B major 7 and a B flat major 7. So if you're doing your B flat, B, all you gotta do is just drop down 1. I've lost him, Steve. Let's just do the song again. Here we go. Blue on blue, heartache on heartache, blue on blue, now that we are through. Blue on blue, heartache on heartache, and I find I can't get over losing you. I walk along the street we used to walk, 2 by 2 lovers pass, and as they're passing by, I could die, 'cause you're not here with me. Now the trees are bare, there's sadness in the air, and I'm as blue as I can be. Blue on blue, heartache on heartache, blue on blue, now that we are through. Blue on blue, heartache on heartache, and I find I can't get over losing you. Night after lonely night, we meet in dreams as I run to your side. You wait with open arms that now are closed to me. Through a veil of tears, your vision disappears, and I'm as blue as I can be. Blue on blue, heartache on heartache, blue on blue, now that we are through. Blue on blue, heartache on heartache, and I find I can't get over losing you. Blue on blue, heartache on heartache, blue on blue, now that we are through. Blue on blue, heartache on heartache, and I find I can't get over losing you. Pretty song. Okay, let's pick it back up with You Were On My Mind. This is a song that was written by Sylvia Fricker, and I'm sure you all wonder who that was. She wrote this song, yes, that's why I brought her up. Anyway, Sylvia was part of Ian and Sylvia, the group Ian and Sylvia, and they actually recorded this first in 1963, but it didn't go anywhere. And so they sold it off to We5, who are out of San Francisco. They're a folk rock band out of there. And this hit number 3 on the top 100 charts, and number 1 on the easy listening chart, and it sat there for 5 weeks. And interestingly enough, there was an English guy named Crispin St. Peter, which you'll also, if you listen to like 60s on 6 or some of those, he actually recorded it, and it went to number 2 also in 1965. So this hit the chart by 2 different artists, top 5 on two different points. So the interesting thing about this song is that if you listen to it, it starts kind of quiet and it builds a crescendo. So you start off almost whispering when she starts singing the song, and then it goes up from there. But couple of I don't think there's anything unusual here. There's no key change, so no key change to worry about. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you can hear that. Okay. Can you hear that? Can you hear that? Amp? Is the amp? Oh, okay. I can't hear it. 1, 2, 3, 4. When I woke up this morning, you were on my mind, and you're on my mind. I got troubles, whoa, whoa. I got worries, whoa, whoa. I got wounds to bind. So I went to the corner just to ease my pain, just to ease my pain. I got troubles, whoa, whoa. I got worries, whoa, whoa. I came home again. When I woke up this morning, you were on my mind, and you were on my mind. I got troubles, whoa, whoa. I got worries, whoa, whoa. I got told you there was a key change. Way down in my shoe. Yeah, I got ramble. Whoa, I gotta move on. Whoa, I gotta walk away. My blue. When I woke up this morning, you were on my mind. You were on my mind. I got troubles, whoa. I got worries, whoa. I got one to find. Okay, I forgot. I even looked and I said, oh shit. And as soon as I got to those key changes, I said, I just left them behind again. All right, let's try that one again. With the key change, by the way, we're gonna do a key change this time. Remember, this is the first show of the season for me, so I gotta knock off the rust. All right. Where else did anybody get lost on this one? Anybody have trouble with this? Hello, John. You know, we usually start around 10:30 here. I know you may have not have changed your clock, but it's okay.
He was shaving.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm going to call him Rip Van John now. Anyway, but thank you for coming. It's good to see you. All right, here we go. Jeez. I mean, how insulting could I possibly be to you? That is really rude of me. I'm sorry. I really am. Not really. But oh, I would not be surprised either. I'll buy you pizza at the end here, trust me. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. When I woke up this morning, you were on my mind, and you were on my mind. I got troubles, whoa, whoa, I got worries, whoa, whoa, I got one to buy. When I went to the corner just to ease my pain, yeah, just to ease my pain. I got troubles, whoa, whoa, I got worries, whoa, whoa, I came home again. When I woke up this morning, you were on my mind, and you were on my mind. I got troubles, whoa, whoa, I got worries, whoa, whoa, I got ones to find. And I got a feeling down in my shoe, say, way down in my shoes. I gotta ramble, whoa, whoa, I gotta move on, whoa, whoa, I gotta walk away my blues. When I woke up this morning, you were on my mind, yeah, you were on my mind. I got troubles, whoa, whoa, I got worries, whoa, whoa, I got one to buy. All right, enough beating that one to death. That's a great song, though. I like that. Okay, here's our Hopahowley song of the day. This one is written by Johnny Noble, one of the great Hopahowley singers, writers. Okay, I'll open the mic up. Doc, you got a song? Okay, we're gonna have Doc come up after this one. Okay, that sounds good. All right. All right, Little Brown Gal. This is our Hapa song, which is what? It's got a little English and a little Hawaiian lyrics, lingo. And the reason that we're playing these instruments here today is mostly because of these songs, because these are the songs that were at the Pan Pacific exhibition in San Francisco and brought the instrument to the States, which became a phenom in the 20s. And anyway, these songs were written, a lot of these guys, this one is Johnny, he was over there in Hawaii, but a lot of them were written by guys in Chicago. Anyway, here we go. How many of you know this song? I expected that. Oh, congratulations, sir. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Anyway, these are the great, I love these. These are Hop Holiday songs. I'm bringing back and recycling some of them because we've lost track of some of them. So anyway, here we go. It's not the islands fair that are calling to me. It's not the balmy air or the tropical sea. It's just a little brown gal in a little grass skirt in a little grass shed in Hawaii. It isn't Waikiki nor Kamehameha's Polly or the Beach Boys Free with a hoo-hoo molly molly. It's that little brown gal in a little grass skirt in a little grass shed in Hawaii. Through that island wonderland, she's broken all the Connie's hearts. It's not hard to understand, for that Tahini is a gal apart. I'll be leaving soon, but the thrill I'll enjoy is not the island moon, nor the fish or the poi, but it's a little brown gal in a little grass skirt in a little grass shed in Hawaii. Through that island wonderland, she's broken all the Connie's hearts. It's not hard to understand, for that Wahine is a gal apart. I'll be leaving soon, but the thrill I'll enjoy is not the island moon, nor the fish or the port. It's just that little brown gal in a little grass skirt in a little grass shack in Hawaii. But it's a little brown gal in a little grass skirt in a little grass shack in Hawaii. That down in that last one is okay. All right, let's go ahead and have Doc. What happened to him? Oh, he's wandering still.
Okay, let's one more time. Oh, it's lonesome away from your kindred and all, by the campfire at night where the wild dingoes call. But there's nothing so lonesome, so dull or so drear than to stand in the bar of a pub with no beer. Now the publican's anxious for the quota to come. There's a faraway look on the face of the bum. Oh, the maid's gone all cranky and the cook's acting queer in the old sense of word. What a terrible place is a pub with no beer. Oh, the stockman rides up with his dry, dusty throat. He breasts up to the bar, pulls a wad from his coat. But the smile on his face quickly turns to a sneer when the barman says sadly, the pub's got no beer. Oh, then comes the swag man all covered with flies. A swag man's like a hobo. He throws down his roll, wipes the sweat from his eyes. But when he is told, he says, "What's this I hear? I walked 50 miles to a pub with no beer." Oh, there's a dog on the veranda, for his master he waits. But the boss is inside drinking wine with his mates. He hurries for cover and he cringes in fear. It's no place for a dog round the pub with no beer. Old Billy the blacksmith, the first time in his life, has gone home cold sober to his darling wife. He walks in the kitchen, she says, "You're early, my dear." Then he breaks down and tells her, "The pub's over here." Oh, it's hard to believe that there's customers still. Oh, the money's still tinkling in that old ancient till. Oh, the wine buffs are happy, I know they're sincere, when they say they don't care if a pub's got no beer. It's kind of cold. Oh, it's lonesome away from your kindred and all, by the campfire at night where the wild dingoes call. But there's nothing so lonesome, so dull, or so drear than to stand in the bar of a pub with no beer. Oh, there's nothing so lonesome, so dull, or so drear than to stand in the bar of a pub with no beer. Thank you.
Okay, let's back to class. Back to class. This is what happens with recess, you know. Everybody goes crazy. They start running around doing stuff. All right, this is The Tide is High. Everybody remember this from Blondie? The Tide is High. Everybody? No one remembers this from Blondie? Oh my God. Anyway, she wasn't there. They weren't the first people to record this. This actually was recorded by the Paragons in 1967, and which is interesting because in 1967, Bob Marley wasn't around, and so there wasn't a lot of people playing reggae on the radio. So it didn't do well. But Blondie picked it up in 1980 and took it to #1. And then a group called Atomic Kittens did it in the UK and took it to #1 in 2002. So this thing's hit #1 twice. But the Paragons were the first. So anyway, very simple song. And the strum is just. The guy gives up just like that. Oh no, the tide is high, but I'm holding on. I'm gonna be your number one, number one, number Every girl wants you to be her man. I'll wait, my dear, till it's my turn. I'm not the kind of girl who gives up just like that. Oh no, the tide is high, but I'm holding on. I'm gonna be your number one, number one, number one, number one. The tide is high, but I'm holding on. I'm gonna be your number one. The tide is high, but I'm holding on. I'm gonna be your number one. Tide is high, but I'm holding on. I'm gonna be your number one. All right, nobody got lost in that? Nobody got lost in that? It's kind of repetitive, but you know, this is what happens with a lot of reggae songs. All right, let me see. We got to move on.
All in the groove, man.
We are, yes. And if you have a chuck strum, Ben likes to use a chuck strum mostly, I think. Anyway, it's a perfect song to do that if you wanted to, but we didn't today because it was just straightforward. Okay, let's move on to Ruby Tuesday. This was a #1 song in 1967, but it's ironic that it was a #1 song. And the reason why I say that was just because it actually was the B side of Let's Spend the Night Together. Now, Let's Spend the Night Together was sort of risque, and so people, they didn't want to play that. So the recording, they wanted to play, because obviously the Stones were very big in 1967, and they wanted to play the Stones song, but they didn't want to play that song, so they said, okay, let's flip it over. Ruby Tuesday was on the backside of it. And Ruby Tuesday actually turned into be the bigger of the two hits. They both got charted, but this one got more airplay and it went higher. Now, this is about a real person. Her name was Linda Keith, and it was Keith Richards' girlfriend at the time. So Linda Keith, whoever, wherever, maybe, hopefully she's still around, this is for you. It starts off very quick. Just jump right into it. And I'm assuming everyone knows this song. Right? Okay. All right. We're good. We're good. She will never say where she came from. Yesterday don't matter if it's gone. While the sun is bright, or in the darkest night, no one knows. She comes and goes. Goodbye, Ruby Tuesday. Who could hang a name on you when you change with every new day? Still, I'm gonna miss you. Don't question such a cause. Goodbye, Ruby Tuesday. Who could hang a name on you when you change with every new day? Still, I'm gonna miss you. There's no time to lose, I heard her say. Catch your dreams before they slip away. Dying all the time. Lose your dreams and you may lose your mind. Ain't life unkind? Goodbye, Ruby Tuesday. Who could hang a name on you when you change with every new day? Still, I'm gonna miss you. Goodbye, Ruby Tuesday. Who could hang a name on you when you change with every new day? Still, I'm gonna miss you. That was good. I think you guys got that one. All right, let's move on to Major Tom. I just want to make sure we get everything in today. Now, this was a German new wave song. The guy who wrote this is Peter Schilling, and he performed it. But it was originally released in Germany, and it went to #1 there in German. And then he brought out an English version in 1983, and it went to #1 in Canada, but it only went to number 15 here in the United States. But it was a #2 on the dance chart, which is a sub-chart again, but went to #2. We are not going to play a lot of the redundant stuff. So when you get to the second page, on the bottom on the bridge, those are actually 4 counts. They're not 2 counts. So that A minor, the D, C, and A minor, those are 4 counts. But anyway, it's quite an interesting song, really. And of course, it's left unresolved. But it's fast. Now, my recommendation is you take your 2 fingers and almost like a claw and hammer, just works better with a low G. I don't know how many of you got a low G, but you're just like boom, 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 boom. Driving song. Standing there alone, the ship is waiting, all systems are go. Are you sure? Control 9, but the computer has the evidence. No need to abort. The countdown starts. Watching in a trance, the crew is certain nothing left to chance. All is working, trying to relax. Up in the capsule, send me up a drink. Jokes Major Tom. The count goes on. 4, 3, 2, 1. Earth below us, drifting, falling, floating, weightless, calling, calling home. E minor, A minor, E minor. Second stage is cut. We're now in orbit. Stabilizers up. Running perfect. Starting to cut. Requested data. What will it affect when all is done? Things Major Tom. Back at ground control. There is a problem. Motor rocket's full, not responding. Hello, Major Tom. Are you receiving? Turn the thrusters on. We're standing by. There's no reply. 4, 3, 2, 1. Earth below us, drifting, falling, floating, weightless, calling, calling stratosphere, a final message. Give my wife my love, then nothing more. 1, 2, 3, 4. D, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. A minor. 2, 3, 4. Far beneath the ship, the world is mourning. They don't realize he's alive. No one understands. Major Tom sees how the light commands. This is my home. I'm coming home. 1, 2, 3, 4. Earth below us, drifting, falling, floating, weightless, coming home. Earth below us, drifting, falling, floating, weightless, coming home. Earth below us, drifting, falling, floating, weightless, coming, coming Something like that. Something like that. Okay, I think okay.
That was another one I never heard.
You never heard before? How many of you had heard that one before? Nobody? Intrepid Ryan, he understood.
So chronologically, this is an answer to David Bowie.
No, yes, it's sort of like that, but it was, yeah. I think this actually, yeah, I think David Bowie's preceded it, but yes, it's very close, if not, but yes. Okay, let's move on to something soft and lovely. This is our adult song of the day, which is a Hoagie Carmichael and Frank Lesser composition. Hoagie Carmichael wrote so many wonderful, wonderful songs. I mean, it's just, my mind is now boggled. How many songs did Hoagie write? One of my favorites. I've on my tip of my tongue. Here, on the tip of my tongue. Anyway, Frank Lesser wrote "Guys and Dolls" and "Baby It's Cold Outside," but Hoagie wrote "Stardust," among many, many others. Beautiful, beautiful songwriter. So this is a gorgeous, gorgeous song, and it was written as a follow-up song for Bob Hope specifically, after the initial song that hit for him, which was "Thanks for the Memories." So that was his signature song. They came back, they were doing a second movie called "Thanks for the Memories," because, you know, you can't do much of a good thing. So they ended up deciding to make another movie, but they said, well, we can't, that's already in the book. And they hired these guys, Hoagie Carmichael and Frank Lesser, to write a song for him as his biggest follow. Now, the biggest hit for this one, and this is in the Great American Songbook, was done by Fats Waller, of all people. But Fats is a phenomenal guy. Anyway, so let's go with this one. How many of you don't know this song? Yay! Wait, you guys actually know this song? All right. By the way, I love their singing. We have got some good singers here tonight. You people that are long-time laughers should be ashamed. These people are doing a wonderful job. They're absolutely singing their song, and I appreciate it. I mean, I always keep telling them, you got two instruments you bring to this meeting, this one and it's your voice. Your voice. Bring your voice. So if you can't play them, sing them. That's the fun part of it. Anyway, it's a very beginning. The beginning is just a. Of course, hit the C when you do that, though. 1, 2, 3. Here we. Oops! I just stepped on my pedal. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we are, out of cigarettes, holding hands and yawning. Look how late it gets. Two sleepy people with dawn's early light, and too much in love to say goodnight. Here we are in a cozy chair, picking on a wishbone from the Frigidaire. Two sleepy people with nothing to say, and too much in love to break away. Do you remember the nights we used to linger in the hall? Your father didn't like me at all. Do you remember the reason why we married in the fall? To rent this little nest and get a bit of rest. Oh, here we are, just about the same. Foggy little fella, drowsy little dame. Two sleepy people with nothing to say, and too much in love to break away. Two sleepy people by dawn's early light, and too much in love to say goodnight. Do do do, do 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 do, do 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 do, do 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 do. Two sleepy people with nothing to say, and too much in love to break away. Do you remember the nights we used to linger in the hall? Your father didn't like me at all. Do you remember the reason why we married in the fall? To rent this little nest and get a bit of rest. Oh, here we are, just about the same. Foggy little fella, drowsy little dame. Two sleepy people by dawn's early light, and too much in love to say good night. Is that beautiful or what? Isn't that a gorgeous song? It's a pretty song, isn't it? Okay, we're gonna.
Especially the way Art Garfunkel sings.
He does a great job with it. Yeah, the reason I picked Art Garfunkel, again, you can pick thousands of people for this. I picked his because his voice, obviously, the clarity of his voice is extraordinary. But also the chords were in a key that I thought everybody could easily handle those chords. And I think you guys did pretty good on it. But let's do that one more time. For all those people that don't know the song, will now love the song, and will go home going, "Oh my gosh, this thing's in my head now." But I don't know how many songs we
This is a
got.
song I really wish I would have brought the upright.
Yeah, yeah, it's a great song. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Here we are, out of cigarettes, holding about the same. Foggy little fella, drowsy little dame, two sleepy people with nothing to say and too much in love to break away. Do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Two sleepy people by dawn's early light and too much in love to say goodnight. Do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do, two sleepy people with nothing to say and too much in love to break away. Do you remember the nights we used to linger in the hall? Your father didn't like me at all. Do you remember the reason why we married in the fall? To rent this little nest and get a bit of rest. Oh, here we are, just about the same. Foggy little fella, drowsy little dame, two sleepy people by dawn's early light and too much in love to say good night. I love that song. Love that song. Anyway, that's part of our Great American Songbook Song of the Day. And let's move on to something much faster and our Michigan-made Song of the Day, which is the Holland Dozier Holland, Back in My Arms Again. So this was the fifth consecutive #1 hit for the Supremes in 1965. So they had 5 hits in a row that went to #1, and this being the last of those. But it's a pretty incredible song, and I have always loved the bridge on this song. And the bridge basically has also been stolen. Steve probably remember from who, but anyway, the bridge is what turns me on to this song. But anyway, so it starts. The opening is. So it's a C. I didn't do the counts, which I should have for you, but it's. All day long I hear my telephone ring, friends calling me their advice. From the boy I love, I should break away, 'cause heartaches still bring one day. I lost him once for friends' advice, but it's not gonna happen twice. 'Cause all advice ever got me was many long and sleepless nights. Ooh, but now he's back in my arms again, by my side. I got him back in my arms again, so satisfied. Ooh, easy for friends as they let him go, but I'm the one who needs him so. It's his love that makes me strong. Without him I can't go on. This time I live my life at ease, being happy, loving who I please. Each time we make romance, I'll be thankful for a second chance. Ooh, and now he's back in my arms again, right by my side. I got him back in my arms again, so satisfied. How can Mary tell me what to do when she lost her love so true? loves is a Romeo. Listen once to my friend's advice, but it's not gonna happen twice. 'Cause all advice ever got me was many long and sleepless nights. Ooh, I got him back in my arms again, right by my side. Got him back in my arms again, so satisfied. Ooh, I'm satisfied, so satisfied. I'm satisfied, I'm satisfied. Good song. Let's do that one again. No, I don't know. We have time.
What
What do we do?
you done 12:30?
We're done at 12:30. All right, let's no, actually, we don't have enough time. I'm sorry, we don't have enough time to do it. Okay, let's move on to our Broadway show song tune, Broadway tune.
Maybe kind of on your own on this, 'cause this was
I know, I'm, okay. So this was obviously the Broadway Broadway tune of today is On the Street Where You Live, coming from the fabulous musical My Fair Lady, written by Lerner and Lowe in 1956. Now this Victimone's version was the #1. If he's handing out subversive material, ladies, you can tell him no. Anyway. And it was the #1 selling version of this song on a single. Obviously, was done by Victimone, which is what I've charted here. It went to #4 on the Billboard charts in 1956, and #1 in the UK. So I'm sure you know this song, but here we go. And oh, the towering feeling just to know somehow you are near. I have often walked on this street before, but the pavement always stayed beneath my feet before. All at once am I several stories high, knowing I'm on the street where you live. Are there lilac trees in this heart of town? Can you hear a lark in any other part of town? Does enchantment pour out of every door? No, it's just on the street where you live. For oh, the towering feeling just to know somehow you are near. The overpowering feeling that any second you may suddenly appear. People, it won't turn. Hold on just a second, I can't get my page to turn.
people are gonna stop and stare.
Okay, I got a hand to it. Something just went completely wrong. Yeah. I can't believe this. All right, why is this giving up on me now? There. Excuse me just a second, I have to do a complete reboot. This is why you use paper, as Steve says. Very sorry, excuse me, we'll do this. June, oops, June, come on. of a sudden my is not talking to each other. Well, this is going to make it interesting. All right. My page turner has decided not to turn pages, sorry. Okay, here we go. I'll just do it by hand. Let's try this. I'll start from the beginning. And oh, the towering feeling just to know somehow you are near. I have often walked on the street before, but the pavement always stayed beneath my feet before. All at once am I several stories high, knowing I'm on the street where you live. Are there lilac trees in the heart of town? Can you hear the lark in any other part of town? Does enchantment pour out of every door? No, it's just on the street where you live. For oh, the towering feeling just to know somehow you are near. The overpowering feeling that any second you may suddenly appear. People stop and stare, they don't bother me, for there's nowhere else on earth that I would rather be. Let the time go by, I won't care if I can be here on the street where you live. All right, we got that one. All right, thank you. My damn page turner, she has just decided not to work. The old reboot. Turn it off and turn it on. Let's see if it works. Nope. It has disengaged. All right. Okay. Now, let's go on to the... this is a tough song. I've had this song in my stack for probably 10 years. I wanted to bring it to you because what I wanted to do was do a picking class and have you guys learn how to pick, but I just didn't have the guts to do it. And I still don't. But this is a 6/8 timed song, 6/8 time. So it's so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you were to pick it, A minor. Can you hear that? I feel like I'm having all kinds of stuff going on.
I'm not hearing anything.
I'm not hearing anything.
There you go. And again.
I wonder if I charge it. Where's my luthier? I need a luthier. All right, so basically what you're picking, if you want to learn how to pick this song, it's a very simple pick. You start with A minor. So it's up. So use different fingers. Use your thumb for the bass. It works best with a low G setup. Do you think I need to recharge the bass?
is there chargeable pickup in the
Yes.
Is that what it is? Yeah, those only take like a minute.
We're having a refreshing break here, so sorry. I'm having to recharge my pickup. In the meantime, what you're doing is you're picking the G string, go straight up and straight back. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Remember when I said I was concerned about a picking class? This is why. Okay, so again, the picking pattern on this is you can do a thumb if you want, but I would recommend doing these 4 fingers. So it's well, since that's not working, we can try this again next month, or let's just play the song. Now, my recommended strum on this would be, because you don't want it, you're not going to want to play 6/8 is like bum 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 bum, bum. So it's a lot. Or you can just pick the okay. All right, so you got that strum, so it's down and up, but you're basically taking that 6 count and taking it and turning it into a 3. So that's what we're doing on that. But the picking out, it's just, again, straight up and down, and that's your 6/8 time, which is what the song is all about. Now, the interesting thing about this song is nobody knows who wrote it. Okay, it is a traditional English song, perhaps, or a traditional French song, perhaps. It was sung by the Miners in 1905. That is documented. First recorded version was by Appalachian artists in 1933. Nobody knows who wrote this song. Now, when they look on the album or the record of the Animals, you'll see a guy named Alan Price. He was their keyboard player. He made the arrangement. He did not write the song. He made the arrangement. But because his name was on the record, he got all the royalties, which completely divided the band. Everybody was pissed because there was no bigger song for the Animals than this song. And so he got all the money and did not split it with the guys, and it tore the band to pieces. So this guy, and they sued him and sued him and sued him. But this song also, by the way, is in the public domain and always has been, because there's no official artist, and you cannot copyright an arrangement. You can copyright material, but you can't copyright an arrangement. So Price got away with it and destroyed the band. But anyway, #1 song in 1964. What's that? It was nobody really knows anything about who wrote this and where. All of a sudden, it's a traditional English arrangement and a French arrangement, but they're talking about New Orleans. So maybe more French than, I don't know. Nobody knows. All I know is it's a tremendous song. And Eric Burden was in a blues club. And remember that the Animals didn't think of themselves as a rock and roll band. They thought of themselves as a blues band. And so he was in a blues club, and somebody was playing this song, and he said, "Oh, we got to have that song." Their manager did not want to record this song. Part of it is just 4.5 minutes long, and at that time in the early 60s, 2 minutes, baby. That's what your records were, 2 minutes. 4.5 minutes, they didn't want to do it. But what Burton kept doing was he kept playing it at the very last song in their sets. So when they went and played at all those, back in those days you had bandoramas where everybody was on a list. They would always play this because everybody else played a high pitch or a high pressure driving song at the end, and they'd play this and tear the house down because it's such different. So Eric convinced them, we're going to record this song, and this song that you hear on the radio was recorded in one take because the management didn't want to record it, and they said, we'll pay for one take. One take they did, and they just hammered this thing. So anyway, here we go. I hope you can hear me. great song. And again, you can see how they would be completely different from all the rest of the bands that were in the set when it closed with that song. Okay, let's wrap up with Kick a Little. This was a signature song for the band, Little Texas. And 1994, it was number 5 hit on the country chart. And hopefully I can make the change quickly. Oh, there's a pause, thank God. Okay. All right, so we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. My daddy was a gentleman, never the kind who ever forced his hand. He would always be the last one to raise his voice. If ever everybody put us down, well, you can bet that he would stand his ground. Then he would tell me, son, sometimes you got no choice. You gotta kick a little, cause a stir. Sometimes you got to make some noise to be heard. If everybody ever tries to hold you back, you gotta kick a little and be tough. Gotta let them know you've had enough. Remember that unless you want to finish last, you gotta kick a little. Some people judge you by the way you look. They see you once and then you ain't no good. Feels like they're never ever gonna who you are. That's when you have to stand up and be strong. Go the extra mile to prove them all wrong. Just remember when they push you a bit too far. You gotta kick a little, cause a stir. Sometimes you gotta make some noise to be heard. If anybody ever tries to hold you back, yeah, you gotta kick a little and be tough. Gotta let them know you've had enough. Remember that unless you want to finish last. Kick a little, cause a stir. Sometimes you gotta make some noise to be heard. If anybody ever tries to hold you back, yeah, you gotta kick a little and be tough. Gotta let them know you've had enough. Remember that unless you want to finish last, you gotta kick a little, yeah. That was our country song, I forgot to say, by the way. That's our country song. Hope you guys had a good time. Thank you for coming. And sorry for the technical difficulties of the day. But we will hope to see you again next month, especially you guys to sing. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate your throwing it in there, and you got every people to go in there. You got a great voice, by the way. You do. He must know that. Yes, you do. Thank you. You've got a great voice. Thank you. Welcome, and we will see all of you next month. Hey, bye.